hair loss and baldness. Thank you very much. Hair loss and baldness can result in a serious loss of confidence. I know because I heard the fella say so on the radio. He's got a fancy hair restoration clinic up in Blackrock. He said so on the radio. So I said I'd go up to Blackrock to see if he could do something for me. You know, maybe see if he could put a stop to my tiny thinning out problem up on top. It's not so much hair restoration so much as hair relocation, said he. I see, I said. And dare I ask, from where do you propose to locate the hair which you propose to relocate to my head? There, he said, pointing, believe it or not, to my arse. There, he said, is where we take the hair and we relocate it up on top. What? I said. You can't be serious. You never said anything like this on the radio. You never said anything about my arse or my arse follicles on the radio. You never said anything on the radio about me having to drop my jocks up in Blackrock. Listen to me here, I said. I would have remembered that. Worried about hair loss? Come on up to Blackrock. Give me a lorry load of money. Drop your jocks and I will take your arse follicles and relocate them up on top. That's not what you said on the radio, I said. Listen here to me, I said. I'll have you know that my arse follicles belong to a very seriously militant trade union. I wouldn't be surprised, I said, if my arse follicles organised a serious demonstration in protest against this relocation and demanded serious compensation for the inconvenience involved in such a relocation. In fact, I said, I wouldn't be a bit surprised, I said, if my arse follicles, having arrived on my head, decided to go on a go-slow and refused to grow. In fact, I said I wouldn't be one bit surprised, I said, if my arse follicles, with the full backing and cooperation of the Arse Follicle Union of Ireland, decided to make a serious stand and call for an all-out official follicle fallout. Where would that leave me, I said? I'll tell you, I said, right back where I started, with my baldy fucking head. Except I wouldn't just have a bald head, I'd have a bald arse and a bald head. Where would that leave my arse, I said? I'll tell you, I said, with a serious loss of confidence. Hair loss and confidence can lead to a serious loss of confidence or something like that. You said so on the radio. I'll have you know, I said, that my arse's self-esteem, even at the best of times, is not exactly sky high. In fact, my arse is notoriously shy. My arse rarely shows himself outside my jocks, I said. Can you imagine the shock to my arse when he wakes up some morning, peeps out from behind my jocks, looks in the mirror and discovers he's as bald as an egg? He'd be shattered, I said. His self-esteem would go through the floor. And what's more, he'd want to hide away forever inside my jocks. He'd never want to come out. Where, I said, where would that leave my jocks? I'll tell you, I said, it doesn't bear thinking about. They'd be in a horrendous state after a couple of months of my arse hiding out inside my jocks. My jocks would be a thundering disgrace. Let me get this straight, I said. You want me to give you a lorry load of money, and in return, what do you do for me? Not alone do you destroy my arse's self-esteem, but you turn my jocks into a disaster zone. And after all that, I wind up back where I started, with my baldy fucking head. You must think I'm fair stupid, I said. Just because I live in Tipperary does not mean I'm stupid. We have a name for people like you in Tipperary. I said, you're a charlatan. And how did you know, by the way? How did you know that my arse was hairy? Were you creeping around my house, peeping through my bedroom window in Tipperary? We have a name for people like you in Tipperary, I said. You are a pervert. You're a charlatan and a pervert. Does your mother know what you do for a living? You're a disgrace. You're a charlatan, you're a pervert, and you're a disgrace to your mother. I've got 4 words to say to you, I said, fuck off at yourself. And you can take your fancy clinic with the fancy address in Blackrock and shove them up your own arse. And I walked out of there not long after that with my head held high. Yes, as you can see, my head is bald, as you can see, but at least my arse is happy.